Can I ask another question first? Off the record? Yes, you can. What the hell just happened? You have begun to die, he says. I don't mean that, I say. Oh, you mean him, God says. You tell me. Tell you what? I have no idea. Neither do I, he says. But that's how I chose to make you humans, full of surprises. I feel a sudden draft from the dark. A sigh, I assume. And then he says, So talk to me, Sam. Who are you? This gives me pause. I've been expecting to die for quite a while, since I turned 100, certainly. I was pushing 116 till a couple of minutes ago, which has for some time been daily surprising the hell out of me. But I haven't been particularly religious for many decades, in spite of spending plenty of this nation under God time in pews as a boy, reading and retaining verses. But that passed soon enough. So at no time have I been expecting a judgment day, if that's what this is. May I ask one more question? Yes. This time the sigh is in his tone. I pause ever so slightly. Yes, I'm omniscient, he says, which indeed is the answer to my most current question, the one that arose in me in that pause as soon as I asked the question about asking the question. He says, Now you can ask the previous one, the important one. Do I need to speak it? Yes, you need to speak it. Not that it's strictly necessary, but it's part of the process. Trust me. I feel the urge to chuckle. Go ahead and let it out, he says. I'll share the irony with you. I chuckle. In God we trust. Now the man himself feels he has to solicit my trust so I can tell him my American story. The man himself. Man. Another digressive question comes to mind. I'm gender fluid, he answers. For a guy born in 1901, this was another difficult concept that had lately floated from the screen at the end of my bed, one I have struggled to understand. Look, God says, don't concern yourself with pronouns. Think of me the way you need to think of me. Now ask your real question so we can get on with this. All right, I say. Are there consequences to the telling of your life? No. I wait for more. Nothing is forthcoming. No consequences to the telling. But how about to the life itself? He reads my mind. Ambiguous, he says. Yes, I admit it. But you'll find I've always been ambiguous with humanity. You surprise me, I surprise you. It's your surprises I'm worried about, I say. I want you to tell me your own story, as it comes to you. Like brainstorming. God pauses. He edits himself. No, that will lead you astray. Think of it as dream-storming. That sounds like what I used to do as a young crime reporter in Chicago. Out by the lake, or in a tenement, or on a bike path in Grant Park. At the crime scene. Before figuring out the lead and putting it all in logical sequence for the Bulldog edition, I'd fill my notebooks with the bloodstains, or the weeping in the corner, or the oblivious wind in the trees. The stuff that felt like how it all really was, and the story I was going to write was true enough, but artificial somehow. You were a good newsman, God says. Just tell it to me straight from your own notebook. But I will give you this much guidance, a commandment, if you will, which you all are always eager to get from me. I want you to live your stories just as they felt in your own moment, with the next day's news yet to happen. Given that, don't be surprised if your memory consistently fails you about how things turn out. You will inhabit your past as you lived it, without knowing the future that will come of it. And until you and I are nearly finished,